how do we choose the right AI platform? Should it be a build versus buy? And if I'm buying, what should I look at it? So I have a framework called the Widget framework. We'll run through it one by one. I'll introduce the section and then you can share your topic. So all these tools which we buy are widgets. They are kind of an OT system you apply on it. So it's like a widget which you are doing. So it starts with W, okay, the why and the what. So if you could share, why should a company consider it bot and what are the use cases it tries to solve for?
Yeah. So when it comes to why a bot, first thing brands or companies should question themselves. First is of course, what is our annual plan, and then the second is what are we trying to solve in the first place. A lot of companies we have seen, they're confused. Sales बढ़ा दो, support automate कर दो, but why you want to automate support? Why you want to increase sales? Do you have a revenue milestone in mind, or do you have a milestone that your cost cut करनी है? What is that? Or we should be very clear, experimentation and innovation.
And maybe just keep up to the trend of customers' behavior changing, that they are more conversing rather than clicking.
Yes. So वो है कि innovation हो रहा है and behavior, catch up. So first, brands have to realize what are they playing for. They can't come and say कि यार customer behavior change हो रहा है, bot लगाना है, but यार sales नहीं दिख रही है. Because if customer behavior is changing, brand behavior has to change. And how brand behavior has to change? Again, what I said, same thing. You have to treat bots as humans and you have to put in efforts to train them. Today, training नहीं हो रही है bots की because there is no dedicated person who's assigned to train the bot. आपके पास marketing manager है, आपके पास एक support head है, आपके पास एक e-commerce head of D2C होता है, digital transformation का VP होता है, but bot को train करने के लिए कौन सा designation है? So that is where they should think कि यार.
And what are the use cases people go for? They are like standard, like these are the must do. ये तो मतलब tested है. Which are those? And which are the ones which are like cutting edge and bleeding edge ones?
Yeah, so यहाँ पे भी ना काफी brands बहुत smart होते हैं. They know कि यार हमें क्या करना है. So for example, Bajao as a company came us saying यार negotiation bot चाहिए मुझे, because वहाँ पे negotiation होता है था उनके platform में. Similarly, how Duroflex came in, they said store locator चाहिए हमें. Similarly, Underneath came in, size guide चाहिए हमें agent में. So there are brands which are really smart in terms of उन्हें पता है उनका problem क्या है, हमें solve करना है. But 90% cases उन्हें वो भी नहीं पता होता है because they don't know what is the capability of the bot.
So how do they discover which use cases they should start with?
So when it comes to standard use cases, of course it starts from very simple: abandoned cart, abandoned checkout, order place हो गया, so those kind of automation. Or even if someone's coming and viewing a product and then there are
where is my order?
Yes. So there are different kind of standard automations that people start with their journey. But the true essence of putting a literal AI assistant comes in when you go beyond this, and you solve for consumers. When you solve for consumer, let's say, I want to go out on a date night and I have a black dress, please share me matching accessories. If you are able to go into those lens, that's when you start seeing sales numbers transforming for you.
So if I may summarize, one is the hygiene bot, which are like you are on a Shopify platform. So where is my order? How do I place the pricing? Finding the product.
Yes.
Basic. FAQ, like which comes with a plug and play. Must be there 30-40 use cases already there. You select and go. And then what is your business specific thing? Like for example, for a mattress company, sizing is the biggest problem.
Right.
The second is delivery time estimation. How much time will it come? Or what is the right mattress for my neck pain? So you have to develop your contextual things, which could be standard for some companies, or they will partner with companies like you to build a specific version.
Right. And the best way to understand the gap and know कि यार मुझे AI assistant किस use case के लिए लगाना है is deploy a general purpose AI assistant. You start getting intents. कितने लोग प्रोडक्ट रिकमेंडेशन पूछ रहे हैं, परसेंटेज, कितने लोग सेल्स एंड ऑफरिंग के बारे में पूछ रहे हैं. यू गेट दोस.
So study the queries which people are doing.
Exactly. This is the best way and the easiest way. General
So just put it and then observe.
Yes.
And then keep solving the problem.
Right.
Okay. Amazing. So I think so maximum time and continuous time the company has to spend is in the why and the what use cases.
Exactly.
Now comes to the next one in widget is the I. What platform you want to deploy? The infra.
Right.
So can you share where all bots can be deployed on?
Yeah, Saurabh. So again, brands have to look at where their customers are. So if today most of their discovery is happening, let's say on Instagram, it's a very influencer-led business, then the first place is actually Instagram. Because most of the funnel drop-off post Instagram, not a lot of people will go to their website. Start with Instagram, then come to website, and then for post-purchase keep it WhatsApp. But there are brands, for example, if it's a tier 3, tier 2 brand, then usually discovery is WhatsApp. So then deploy your first go-to channel should be WhatsApp, and then expand it to different places.
So choice of platform should be to the channels you want to enable. Exactly. You should not get into a platform which is only saying I will only do on this platform.
Yeah, exactly.
So you might be limited because does the same bot can work on multiple ones?
Yes. So because AI training is common, it's just a plug that you change.
So that covers widget ka I. Now let's move to the data part, the data context analytics part. How important it is in the context of selection.
Yeah. So good thing sort of today when it comes to data is AI is able to apprehend most of it by themselves. Whether let's say you have put, you have a product description which is let's say not bulleted. वो बस एक पैराग्राफ है and सब कुछ jumbled है, AI would be able to interpret it.
So you don't need structured, you can live with unstructured or semi-structured data.
Yeah. The important point here is आपने सारी information दी कि नहीं, so that it does not hallucinate. It does not generate information on its own. And of course, companies who are providing chatbots are taking care of the hallucination. But it is our job as a brand, as a company as well, that we provide. If someone new human is joining your company, it's your job to train them. Similarly, for AI assistant, it's our job to provide them as much information as possible. And there are companies making it easier. For example, you can plug in your 10 साल से आप help desk चला रहे होगे. Plug that in. Let AI ingest it and become better. और आपकी Google feed होगी, Google Merchant Center. Plug that in. Make AI better. So use those kind of technologies to get data.
So one is the brand should push a lot of context to it, but the platform choice should be that it should be able to connect and consume it.
Exactly.
So that there is a saying that great models don't add so much value, which more data will add.
Exactly. Data is the key here. You have to feed in your learnings, experience to bot.
So let's move to the fourth element, which is guidance, which is the support, services, how important it is for the brand.
Yeah, super critical, I would say, because it's a new field. They don't even know how to interpret it, leave alone the implementation side of things. If you see traditional tools, help desk हो गया या फिर retention marketing हो गई, ये सब there has been for decades, 20 साल हो रहे हैं since these companies exist. So किसी brand को नया help desk लगाना तो it's easy. But when it comes to imagine, head of CX है, head of customer experience है, and for them to automate 80-90% of customer service queries today, he doesn't know how to do that. He doesn't know वो होता भी है क्या, लेकिन देयर माइंड हो सकता है कि यार 60% ही होता है, सम कॉन्फ्रेंस दे हर्ड यार 60% ही हो सकता है. सो गाइडेंस नॉट इन जस्ट टर्म्स ऑफ इम्प्लीमेंटेशन बट गाइडेंस इन टर्म्स ऑफ पॉसिबिलिटीज क्या है, दैट बिकम्स इवन मोर क्रूशियल. एजुकेटिंग देम दैट जो आप सोचते हो ना वो तो 10% है, आप तो 90-100%.
And because the platform and the models are evolving so fast that what you start when you implement it, every quarter new things are coming.
Every month we see things are changing and they're getting cheaper. So
Hmm.
आज आप if you feel यार automate करने के लिए मुझे इतना invest करना पड़ेगा, let's say $50,000 या 30 लाख 50 लाख, हो सकता है 6 महीने बाद वो उसका 1/10 हो जाए.
Yeah. So actually that comes to the next point, which is the evolution. So how important it is for to choose a platform which is evolving fast.
Yeah, so again, evolution is something, I would say it's very subjective in terms of how you evaluate a company, whether they are moving fast or not. But if you see from core couple of matrices, you can easily gauge if they are evolving fast or not.
Like how?
Number one is their pricing. So let's say you evaluated a company in Feb and then you went back to them in March, April. Did their pricing change or not? If it's based on AI models, did it come down or not? Second thing, in the same pricing, the offerings have increased or not. That is another way to look at it. Third is, of course, reference checks. You can literally go and ask. And the question when you are doing a reference check is, what's the most interesting use case which you asked us in the call? Which is the most interesting use case that you have been able to build with this bot? And I think if you have covered the fact that in 2 months pricing has either come down or in the same pricing the offerings have increased, then I think it's the go-to place, because a company evolving in just 2 months is something that does not happen with traditional companies ever. So that is one way. Second thing I feel is a company still charging, let's say, based on number of events, or let's say based on those static things, for example, number of contacts or things of past, again, probably they're not evolving fast because everything has changed. Most of the communication is happening through AI. So your model has to be basis either that or it should be outcome driven. Okay, I'll give you XYZ sales and hence 10% would be mine. So if their models are very new now, that means they're evolving fast. Otherwise, they're still on the...
So that reminds me of our discussion, which you mentioned, which is the most interesting use case you are working on.
Yes.
And keep asking them question every 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yes.
If the answer is same, then they are not
Right.
evolving.
Right.
And then the next thing which I generally push the brands is to throw them a complex use case and then see whether they are able to do it.
Right.
Or they say, okay, we have given to our product team, it's into the product backlog.
It's a red flag.
Which we say ki
Yeah.
the buffalo is in water.
Yeah.
Gayi bhains pani.
Yeah. The other way is, if the complex use case, ask them how they've implemented. If there is like a very easy way to implement, because with AI agents, Saurabh, you just need to give a prompt. You don't have to build like an entire complicated workflow. So if they are able to showcase that in past, if this was like a 200,000 node workflow, today if it's just a single prompt, then that's it. That's another way. But not a lot of companies have evolved to that stage.
So I was talking to Anup yesterday, so he mentioned that in 2-3 times he has given you guys different use cases to implement, and he's a architect by background, a technical architect. So he said ki Saurabh, I had a view that this is the way the architecture should be, and every time these guys have surprised me to show me a better architecture.
Yeah.
So I think your strength is definitely architecture, and your tech definitely would love to chat with Ashutosh sometime. Now comes to the T, which is the price tag. So if you could explain me the components of pricing in a AI based model, because I think so it's deviating key, it's not key, this is the fixed fee model.
Yeah.
The components are evolving. So we could make it easy for us to demystify it.
Yeah. So, pricing of AI is, it depends upon a couple of things from an infrastructure point of view. One is the model that company is using, because every AI company is paying the underlying ChatGPTs of the world. So that is one. Second thing is the usage. So let's say if a bot is deployed on website, so the number of impressions that coming onto it, or the number of events that AI bot has to ingest to come up with an answer, or the data size, which is the number of past history of orders, because for AI to be able to answer a question, it has to ingest your customer data, your orders data. So that is the second aspect. And third is the KPI it's driving, whether it's automating support or whether it's increasing your sales or whether it's just an engagement bot, depending upon the KPI that you want to serve, because for brand it becomes important. So for, let's say for example, as a company, as a brand, you go and say that I want my sales today is, let's say, $1 million in monthly sales. I want to go to, let's say, 1.5 million, and I'm okay because the 500k increment that's coming to me, I'm okay to invest 1/10 of it, let's say 10x ROI. So $50,000, I'm fine. Now you come up with a value proposition that what kind of use cases will drive that, and it has to cover my complete audience. It doesn't have to be like 10%, 20%. So in that case, AI companies go back, build out a model. Okay, it will consume XYZ credits, and hence the model cost would be this. From the data consumption, the cost would be this. And third is, okay, whether we are able to do that in 10x, 1/10 of the cost or not. So here in this case, whether we are able to do that in $50,000 or not. So that is the model that we go back, compute, and come back. There is no static model where you say that, okay, I'll give you 10,000 credits and hence $100 costing, or 20,000 credits, $200 costing. If a AI company is doing that, maybe you are getting overcharged or undercharged, but it's not the true value to your business that's happening. So
generally an AI tool which I see is 3 layers of pricing. One is the platform fees, which is the fixed fees. The second is the communication fees. If you're using a WhatsApp, RCS, SMS, email, whatever is the communication charge. And then the biggest component you're saying now is coming out is the AI credits which you are consuming,
yes,
which is a factor of the model and the data and all of those.
Yes.
So, and the predictability of that is the most difficult piece.
Right. And why it is difficult, Saurabh, is, let's say as a company you have 1,000 visitors, but your catalog is massive. Let's say you have 20,000 products. For an AI tool, it has to do
plus there will be 100 reviews per
yes.
wo bhi aa gaya, and then
Right. So it's never about one core, like let's say, or website traffic or the catalog size. It's variable that accounts into.
So the total cost, how much is the AI credits generally end up becoming? It's like 90% of the cost?
No. It's just barely, like for us, it's barely 10-15% of the
of a
total
top
cost.
client who's using it, for him, how much will it be?
So I'll give you some math. So let's say if so how it works is, what we have seen is, per conversation there are at least, on an average, we have seen 2 to 3 replies going in. So every conversation consists of 3 AI credits, and one reply is 1 AI credit. So let's say one conversation has 3 AI credits consumed, and you have 100,000 ka traffic, and usually 2% people interact.
Achha. So 2% is a good number on mobile or desktop
overall 2%, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं होता. इंडिया में we have seen brands जहाँ 10% भी हो जाता है, but on an average 2%. So that means about in 100k 2,000 people will interact with your bot. So these 2,000 people will consume 6,000 AI credits.
Okay.
This mota we charge $500.
Okay.
Monthly basis. So this is how the math works. Internally, probably from an AI credit, like what we pay to OpenAI will come to $50, $100. Rest goes into computing, product catalog, storage. Exactly.
Okay. So that definitely completes the widget framework, but costing is still in my mind. And if generally the person who's discussing with you could be the product officer or the CTO, and they are mostly tuned to thinking in a fixed cost model. कि महीने का इतना, and the only consumption they think about is the consumption credits. कि 1 lakh WhatsApp message, and that they pass it on to the marketing.
Yeah.
You send it. हो गया, दे दो platform fees, they will pick up.
Right.
So how do you think they should build that business case and that variability?
Correct. So again, I'll start with an example. So I was this is one of our customer Pop Club. We were sitting at their office, and it's a finance company. They make cards, UPIs. So their CEO, Vashisht, he said, and there was finance team as well. So finance team, it's a very typical case. Finance team was saying, इतना communication expense charges ले रहे हो, उसको कम करो. That was their thesis.
देने की बात.
Yeah.
ठीक लगा वैसा.
Yeah. And Vashisht was like, I don't care about that. सोनाक्षी, ये जो 4 लोग आप देख रहे हो, ये एक लड़की है, बैठ के सारे दिन सेगमेंट बनाती है, आप मेरा ऑटोमेट कर दो, फिर आपको वहाँ जो लेना है ले लो. बट देयर फाइनेंस टीम इज नॉट लिसनिंग. वो बोल रहे हैं पहले मेरा ये कम करो, फिर आपको जो ऑटोमेट करना है, बिकॉज दैट इज मोटी बुद्धि. But here, Vashisht, the CEO, was very clear. Like, if you are able to save my cost into resources, the time they're spending into things that is actually not necessary, I'm happy to give you uh, the price that you're asking for. So it should.
Because the cost is now measured against the person, not the thing. So agent versus virtual employee versus a physical employee.
Exactly. So he can put that employee into something useful, fruitful.
Jobs खाओगे आप.
बढ़ाएंगे jobs. Yeah. The only thing is education होना है. Like they should move their mindset from manual things करने से अच्छा AI को train.
बाकी for rest is Netflix.
Yeah.
So that's great. You know, we covered the why you should look at through use cases. You should look at the infrastructure, which are the different channels: Instagram, website, WhatsApp. We looked at data is the key. We looked at guidance you need, the kind of support you need, because it's not fill it, set it, forget it. It's like you have to continuously interact with them. And then the evolution of the platform, and finally the price you pay, the tab it comes. So that covers the widget.